All right, what's up, everyone, and welcome to ClearTalk. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Medicare drug price negotiation that just sort of, I guess, kind of finished up the first round, anyways. And they released the figures and stuff for 10 drugs, the 10 drugs that were being negotiated through Medicare, that was set up by the Biden administration to do so. And so we've got the list, and we're going to look at the numbers and stuff just to show, just to see, how much uh, these drug companies are charging for these drugs. All right. So let's if you liking what we are doing here and stuff, please consider subscribing, like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and let me know what you think. Give me more, ideas for videos, different subjects you'd like me to talk about, whatever it is. Doesn't have to be politics or religion or whatever. Like, it can be anything. I mean, whatever you want my opinion on. Feel free to ask. And so yeah, let's without further ado, let's get to it. All right, so yes, so back for this is a little bit back. Um, the Biden administration had said that they were going to start uh, negotiating through Medicare for, like, senior citizens and stuff like that, um, to negotiate drug prices on 10 different drugs, um, and to try to get them down in price or whatever, to save the government money, to save um, uh, people money and everything else. So here we have the list of drugs and their prices. Okay, so this is projected savings for people with Medicare Part D coverage, and the negotiated prices go into effect. And this doesn't go into effect until 2026. There's still over a year before this shit even goes into effect. But people enrolled in Medicare prescription drug coverage would save under the projected defined standard benefits designed estimated $1.5 billion. These savings from the negotiation program are in addition to savings from other cost saving provisions in the inflammation Inflation Reduction Act. Oh, that was funny. Such a first ever cap on out of pocket drug costs for people with Medicare. So, first one on the list is Januvia. All right, this is a diabetes drug. Okay, the listed price is $527. The agreed negotiation, 113. 79% discount. 79% discount. Okay, the number of people enrolled for this drug, 843,000 people. Wow, that's crazy. 79% on this drug. All right, then we have FIOPS, or several different other FIOS, Flex Touch, Novolog has several, whatever. The diabetes pen here. This is for diabetes. The listed price is $495, $119, 76%. 76%. 785,000 people are registered for this drug. Another diabetes drug, Farxiga. This is AstraZeneca. $556 for this drug listed, 178 negotiated, 68%. And you're going to see that trend. Now, this is the highest percentage. It goes down in percentage, but you see that all of this, except for one drug, is over 50% negotiated discount. 994,000 people registered for this drug. Enbrel, which is a rheumatoid arthritis and psoriasis drug, List price $7,106. Negotiated price $2,355. So it's still going to cost $2,355. But they were upcharging. And this is still with profits. They're still making a profit off of this number right here.
I want to draw. Can I draw?
They're still making a profit on this number. 67%. 48,000 people. $5,000 they were upcharging this. Almost $5,000. Per 30-day supply. 30-day supply, a 1 month supply. $2,355. They were charging $7,000. That's fucking crazy. It shows how much drug companies are ripping people off, ripping the government off, or try to. Because that's what they were doing before. Like, you can't tell us what to do. We set the prices. And well, finally, somebody come along, Joe Biden administration said, actually, no, we're going to negotiate prices. Jardiance. This is a diabetes, heart failure, chronic kidney disease drug. $573, 197, 66%. Over almost 2 million people, 1,883,000 on this drug. Solara, this is a psoriasis, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis too. $13,836. Negotiated down to $4,695. 4,600. That's $9,000. 66%. That's $9,000. They were overcharging per month. There's 23,000 people on this. 9,000. They're still making a profit at 4,000. $9,000. That's insane. That's insane. Xarelto. I've heard that one several times. Prevention of treatment of blood clots, reduction of risk of patients with coronary or peripheral artery disease. $517, 197, 62%. A little over 1 million people on that one. Eliquis, prevention of treatment of blood clots. $521 down to $231, 56%. Almost 4 million on that one. A lot of people on that one. That's a big savings. Entresto, heart failure. $628, $295. This is 53%. 600,000 people on it. And last but not least, Imbruvica. I guess that's right. Blood cancers. 14,934 was what the list price was. They got it negotiated only 38%, but down to $9,000. 17,000 people on that. That is wild. That's per month. And wonder why health insurance is the leading uh, bankruptcy in the United States. Health, medical bills. Sorry, medical bills is the leading. That's what I meant to say. Medical bills is the leading reason for bankruptcy in the United States. I feel like this one probably could have been negotiated a little bit better. But maybe they weren't up pricing that one crazy. And I mean, only 17,000 people. That's still a lot of people, but I mean, that sounds like a lot of people. That's crazy. I mean, I feel like if this one could have been negotiated at 66 when it was 13, this one could have been negotiated a little bit better. That is insane, though. But that just shows how much these companies are uppricing in the United States. And this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. And this is just 10 drugs. There are thousands of drugs. And there's no telling how much they're charging on them. Just like with the, insulin, it was, stuff uh, where we're, capping it at $35. And, previously we were charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars for these insulin shots and stuff. Now, I don't know if any of these are that, or if this is other diabetic drugs. But that's because I'm not diabetic. I don't know these drugs. I don't know any of these. I mean, I've heard of some of them, but I don't. That's crazy. And the bad thing is this just for people on Medicare? What about all the private? That's crazy. And there's reason to wonder why a lot of these private companies don't like covering things because of how much the drug industry is charging for stuff. We've got to get all this stuff redone. We've got to get the drug industry, insurance industry, all this stuff. It's got to be revamped. It's got to be redone. We've got to change it. We're killing people in debt for stuff that, I mean, for medical reasons. Some stuff that more than likely they couldn't have done anything. I mean, you can make some argument sometimes that, some because of health or, lifestyle decisions or whatnot, people have made could have led to some stuff, or maybe, but still, at some point, you know, these people, these millions, thousands of people decided, whether through their doctor or whatever, that they needed to get it under control. They needed to get their lives under control and take medication to help themselves get better or, live a normal life. And drug industry is taking advantage of that. And all your other major developed countries are not paying this type of prices because most of them have single player type of medical insurance system. Like we were trying to get here with Medicare for all, even though I hate that name. Because it seems like Medicare is already, sometimes looked at as like a, government just giveaway, which, you know, it's not, but and like the minimal that our government decided to do was to help seniors, help older people, you know who've lived their life and gave themselves to society and working and whatnot, and now they can't work or whatever, they're retired, living their living their best life. And oh well, we'll help pay for your you know we'll help pay for your medical expenses, while any other major all other major um, countries have health care, like full paid health care in a lot of cases. And yes, they pay taxes, you know, higher taxes to a degree than we do, that helps fund that. But in the long run, it comes out cheaper because then the government can fully negotiate prices and negotiate prices for everybody, which they have that control. Your private industries don't have that type of control, not to um, negotiate prices to a major drug conglomerate or whatever, corporation. They're, they don't have that ability. But our government, yeah, our government could. The reason why, I know a lot of, your Republicans, conservatives, argue about not having big government, and that's fine in certain instances. But I feel like there's certain things, especially in the most developed, strongest, richest country in the world, there's nothing wrong with the government helping in certain areas with people's livelihoods. You're contributing to society, engaging in the economic structure that we have here, working jobs, contributing to the whole, machine. Um, a lot of which causes a lot of health issues, but they don't want to offer a healthcare program that covers everybody. I feel like that is something that is okay for the government to handle. Certain, like, for living and contributing to a major country like the United States of America, you could argue, yeah, you have a right to. Everybody has a right to health, in my opinion. So, um, this is crazy. But even so, without any of that, the fact that this is the upcharge that they are putting on these drugs, and this is just like I said, 10 drugs, not to mention the thousands of other drugs. It's just 10. It's crazy. Anyway, let me know what you think. This is probably going to be one of the shortest videos. uh, let me know what you think. Um, that's crazy. I hope they do more. I hope they expand it, just like I hope they expand health insurance one day and cover everybody. Um, some type of one payer system would be great. I'm a big proponent of it. I don't mind paying a little bit more in taxes to um, have good health care. And it's always an argument. Well, if you name a certain country, well, this or that, they something's here or something like they'll nitpick little parts of it or whatever, and or their population is small or you have to pay this much in taxes or this blah blah blah. It's like okay, great. I'm not saying I want exactly what they have or exactly what that one has. Let's look at all of them and let's like bring it all together and take the good pizza parts of all of it and make the most like let's be the leading edge country in the absolute best healthcare outcome and coverage in the world. Let's make them get better because we decided to get better than them. We're always about the United States being the best. It's the same argument for in the environment, the Green New Deal kind of argument. Same thing. It's always well, so and so, you know, is contributing this much, and they're not doing nothing. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Actually, a lot of times they actually are. One, but secondly, that just means it's more reason for us to actually be the better one. We've got the best potential. We've got the most money. We've got all the scientists or the better scientists. Or good. That's all I want is to see America actually be its best. The argument that it was once great is a lie. Our country has always, our country has strived to always be greater. That's what the United States is about, striving to be greater. At any point in history, it's the strive to be greater, to be better than that point in history. Now, there's good arguments for there being points in history where we actually did fail a little bit. True enough. And there's been some really bad parts in history, but the idea was that we could be greater, we could move and progress in a way to be greater than not only other people, but greater than what we were in a period of time. And that's what we can do now. That's the idea and the way I see our country, the way I see the US of A, is the progressionism to always strive to be greater than other countries and ourselves. In every way. Greater in health, greater in society, greater in life, greater economically, greater in our veterans, health, homes, living, our education, our children. Like, that's the idea. That's what I like to see. That's all the things I purport for are the things that I think will help us continue to be greater. And it's not like what I'm asking for will make us the greatest and then we don't have to do anything else. It's what you should always be doing. Even as you, as a person, get older, you should always be trying to strive to be a little bit better. Be a little bit better than those maybe around you, or even a little bit better than yourself. Actually, more better for yourself than even the people around you. I know that's what I strive to be as a father. I try to constantly strive to be better, but at the point, any point where you think that you just know it all and that you can't get any better, that's where you failed. It's the same thing for a country. You get to the point where you think that you can't get any better, then you've already failed yourself. Anyways, thanks very much for joining me. Let me know what you think about these drug prices. What you think needs to happen going forward? Do we need to be negotiating for more? Do we need it to be expanded to cover more people? All that good stuff. Um, and yeah, consider subscribing all that. The next time, Clear Talk.